What's up, Lemon Heads? Welcome to another episode of From the Yellow Chair. I am Crystal. And guys, today I am sitting in the little virtual lemonade stand with someone that I love her perspective on financing in the trades. You guys know I come from the industry. I have been a part of sales conversations where I wanted our sales team, our selling technicians, our comfort advisors to lead with payment factor when it came to selling more equipment. Therefore, we were financing the heck out of some equipment, helping our homeowners local in our area really get new systems when they needed them, but also in an affordable way, in an approachable way. So I am a girl with financing on my heart. So today I'm excited to talk about that. So I hope you're settled somewhere, driving, on a treadmill, doing a walk, whatever you're doing. Let's sip some lemonade together. All right. So joining me today in the virtual lemonade stand is my friend Gail. She is an account executive at FTL Finance, and she's working directly with contractors every day to help them use financing to close more jobs, boost those average tickets, guys. That's so important. And then overall, this is what I loved about what she said, creating a better buying experience for homeowners. So when we talk about the customer journey in our marketing, this is one of the things that is a big concerning factor for a lot of homeowners, that either they have the cash and don't want to get rid of it, or they need financing to support getting a new system or whatever they're needing. So I love this. So welcome to the show, Gail.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here. I'm an avid listener, so
You're a
it's
lemon
an honor
head.
to be here. Yeah, you bet. I'm a lemon head all the way.
Love it, love it. So, Gail, I start off with this with a lot of our guests on From the Yellow Chair. Why should anyone care about what you have to say? Why should a contractor think that you know about their business?
Well, first of all, I am not 20 years old, and I have a lot of experience, just life in general. And my experience is kind of diverse. I worked for State Farm, then I was a nurse, and then now I'm at FTL Finance. It's strange, but the commonality in all of that is, I think, listening to your customers. For the contractors to listen to their customers, and just to build up trust and determine somebody's needs. And I think that my background has really, really helped to support that. But aside from that, FTL is a really different type of company, different than anywhere I've ever worked. We are all given very much autonomy over what we do. So we can be the ones saying what works, what doesn't work. I'm out in the field, so I'm hands-on, right? I can take that back and talk to people internally and our executives and all that. And they make decisions, based on what's going on. What do our contractors need? What do the customers need?
So I love that. So you enjoy like interacting with contractors. That's a little burr in my craw, as I say. There's a lot of people that want to offer services to contractors, but they don't understand our business. They don't understand how selling air conditioning units or selling generators or selling, tankless water heaters and all those things work, and how we can help our homeowners. And so I appreciate the fact that you're like in the trenches with contractors and going back, and that FTL is responding to what contractors need. I definitely think that's a big deal. So why do you think financing is really a game changer? Like, let's kick things off with like that thing. Like, why is it such a powerful tool for contractors?
It's an imperative tool for contractors. Personally, I believe that if you're not offering financing, probably shortly, it's just your business is either going to stay stagnant or it's going to decline. It's just the way of our world. Consumers expect financing today. We finance everything. Like,
Yeah, your Amazon purchases.
Absolutely. You can finance groceries if you want to,
Which is kind of
it's
scary.
everywhere.
Like somewhere Dave Ramsey is like rolling over like about to wreck his car. But there's trends in homeowners buying and borrowing and how that impacts their buying decisions. And so, I got invited to be a part of a study that was talking about marketing, but part of that study, that as I was preparing for that interview, if you will, to be on that a part of that panel, one of the things was finance trending. It was like something like 41% of contractors don't even offer financing. And I'm watching some of our clients finance 70-80% of all new install jobs. And those companies that offer financing have higher average tickets, because they're not just waiting. Like, because when we have to let go of cash out of our pocket as a homeowner, we're then all of a sudden we're not as caring about as many perks, because it's actual literal dollars out of our hand. And so I do think that financing can definitely be a tool for driving higher tickets. And listen, you need to just provide the option, right? Stay
Absolutely.
out of their pocketbook. Provide the option.
Absolutely. And really, it should not be. This is my view about it. With the pricing changes, with what consumers expect today, it shouldn't just be something you use once in a while. It should be an essential tool in your toolbox that is a daily part of your business
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should lead with the fact that you finance.
Oh, girl, don't get me started. You know me, I am super passionate. So listen, payment factor. So when I came back to work for my family's company, me and Shay, he's my little bestie over there, because you know why? Because he was over sales and I was over marketing. The more he and I got along, the better we could move that ship forward. But
Hmm.
one of the things is I was like, hey, so how do we do this? And I was always aggressively looking for unique ways to position financing offers. So summer cash savings, 3 months, no payments, right? So could we afford the buy down rate of it? Did it make sense? Were we priced correctly to be able to offer that financing to people? And so it was more about, we led with payment factor first, meaning, hey, I didn't walk in, or our comfort advisors did not walk in and say, do you want this $20,000 system or you want this $15,000 system? It was, do you want to pay $199 a month? Do you want to pay $89 a month? $89 a month, you're missing these few perks, 119 a month, whatever those numbers were. And it literally changed the trajectory of how we were presenting and selling. And then if someone said, you know what I want, I'm happy to, I'd rather pay cash. Fine. But if you always go in as cash, it's hard to get their brain off of that versus showing them how they can easily digest it. One of my favorite quotes is, you eat a cookie and an elephant the same way, one bite at a time. So when contractors are
That's right.
overwhelmed with this high amount, so let's say you're able to wrap a bunch of stuff in, right? They needed some insulation, they needed some ductwork repair done, they needed some indoor air quality pieces, and you're able to wrap all of that into a package and then allow them to finance that at an affordable rate. I'm not saying please don't be jacking up stuff, like, if you can help it, but an affordable interest rate, like, they're able to get a lot more, and it's their decision, it's their budget, it's their finances, like, but that's a cool option to put in front of there. So I just wish contractors switched their brain into thinking more about options and less about, man, I'm super salesy with this.
Absolutely. We are the same person, because everything you
Uh-huh.
just said, 100% the truth. And that's what we believe at FTL. And like I said, customers expect that, but it can increase your ticket by 30% on average.
Oh, wow.
It'll close over 50% more deals for you. I mean, that's a win-win right there. Why would you not do that? But also, it's sometimes, consumers aren't the best at servicing their units. We all know that. So
Correct.
when they're looking for someone, maybe they know they can't afford it right out of the gate. So they're looking for somebody that offers financing, right? So that should be advertised anywhere your name is, your business name, anywhere that is, you should have on there that you offer financing.
All right. So with that payment factor conversation, there's a lot of thoughts around, I want it to feel natural and not pushy.
Right.
Right. So sometimes contractors shy away really from talking about financing because they don't want to feel like, man, every time I walk into a house, I'm trying to sell something that they don't need. When you don't know what they need, you don't know their financial situation at that time. And so it's more about simple language, simple tools, and simple presentation, right? And bring up financing early in the conversation. Do you agree with that? Should we save financing for the end?
Absolutely not. If I think if you're afraid of being and sounding pushy, waiting until the end to bring it up will make you sound salesy and pushy.
Absolutely.
And contractors, I try to talk to them and educate them that it's really truly financing is a service that you're offering to your customers.
Mm,
It's an extra. It's more it's elevated. You know, consumers expect it. There's research that shows millennials don't really even look at the bottom line dollar amount of things. They want to know that it fits into their monthly budget. So, like at FTL, one of our fantastic tools is a project estimator. It does a good, better, best, pricing
mhm, mhm.
options and highlights the monthly amount. And the thing of it is, I know myself, sticker shock can be a nightmare. It's one thing to look at $12,000 and another thing to look at $150 a month. That's not overwhelming to me. I can do that. If I'm looking at 12,000, I'm gonna like start
Okay, you're
spiraling.
oh my gosh, I'm out of control. I'm out of control.
Absolutely.
Well,
And
yeah.
sometimes, Crystal, people don't service their units properly. And then what they're doing is trying to get a band-aid, really, like just do something to get me through the end of the summer. But the contractor knows they really need a new unit or a more efficient unit. And financing can help them afford that. It can help them afford, maybe they really desire IEQ products. Financing
Yeah.
can help them purchase more, purchase a warranty. So and you're right, you don't know what the customer needs. You don't know what their cash flow is, you
Right.
know.
Right. You just have to stay out of their way a little bit. And like I think it actually can build trust for them because they start seeing that you are like, "Hey, you need this. Here's how we can help you." It like you said, it's more of a resource for them. I will say there are some things that I don't think work. So again, maybe I'm just old, but if you come out of the gate and you're like, "You know what you need? The top line system. It's only like you sound like you sell used cars or mattresses." No offense to the used cars and the mattress salesmen of the world, but you can sound overly pushy when you're like, it's for only 89.99. You got to be able to go about this very authentically and very, very empathetically for the homeowner. So listen, not one soul do I know that is like, you know what I cannot wait to do today? Buy a new heating and air conditioning system. I have waited my whole life for this. So they don't. As a matter of fact, they're irritated that they're having to spend any of their money on this. So
Absolutely.
whether they're rich or poor, they don't want to spend money on this. They'd rather be in Turks and Caicos or Bora Bora, not buying a high efficient. So you trying to sugarcoat like, oh, I'm not saying don't pick out the perks, but what I'm saying is this provides them a solution. And so you really have to make sure that you are working your sales tactics around that. So I definitely think that's a good call out. So the other one that I like to talk about is I really think that financing boosts close rates and strategic financing. With strategic financing, I'm sorry. So like boosting the ability to close the sale. So you said it a while ago. If I see $12,000 for a new system, I spiral. Okay. Almost everyone does, especially like regardless of what side of the aisle you're on, whether you bleed red or blue. At the end of the day, we're always nervous. Okay. We're always nervous about the economy and I might have money now, but what if that would be all my money? So what do you say to a contractor who thinks that financing is really only for like the price shoppers in the market?
I say basically what you just said. We don't know what's going on in a consumer's private financial affairs. I mean, and all you're doing, like you said, also is just providing them an extra option. Kind of similar to your elephant and cookie analogy.
Yeah.
We say you're just putting a plate of food in front of them. It's up to them how much they're going to eat, and we don't know what they need, but offer every option that you can, because otherwise that sale's going to go to a competitor of yours that is offering everything. Um, and I do just think that how the mortgage climate is right now, people are locked into good rates. They're
Mhm.
remodeling and upgrading rather than moving. It's imperative. And like I said, everything that we spend money on almost offers financing.
Yes. Yes.
And
I'm telling you, Amazon purchases.
yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's crazy when you think about all of the options that people have right now. And so, why should HVAC be any different? Why should plumbing be any different? You know, and what it does is it makes it's like you said, it's easier to digest for contractors or for homeowners. So this is what my advice is to the average contractor. Okay. If you have not started offering financing, what I encourage you to do is partner with one financing company, see what you can work with them on a simple offer. 9.99. What I don't know what the average percentages are. So, and one thing I've learned about finance companies is they don't quote it because when you actually hear this, it may be differently. So, whatever that financing rate is, get the one that's most affordable to your people that you can afford the buy down or that has maybe even no dealer fee attached to it, depending on what's promoting right then, and just start. Just start offering it and like, hey, Miss Williams, we're so thankful to be here. It does look like you need a new system. I would like to show you what this looks like on payments every month. And just try. You never know about launching financing till you try. Those of you that are offering financing, what I want you to do is get in your head how to make that financing sound cool. Because what happens to us is nobody wants to sit there and go, crap, another bill every month, right? But
Right.
what the homeowner could relate to is, man, this is putting 3 months of no me. I don't have a payment for 3 months and I'm about to take my kids on vacation. This helps me out a lot. Or, hey, we are able to stretch this payment out. Like, don't drain your savings. Like, there are ways that we can creatively articulate our messaging that makes financing sound a lot better, and it is a help to the homeowner. But more than anything, guys, like, start bundling things together so that when they finance it, they're actually getting higher end packages, complete and total packages. So if your guy is only selling a heating and air conditioning system when they are financing, like, you're missing out on higher tickets and all other options. Water filtration systems, electronic air filters, air cleaners, insulation, duct work, all types of unique things that you can add in there. And you could wrap it all up into one financing option, including even your maintenance agreements. And so there's lots of cool opportunities that rely on financing. You can always say, or you can pay cash, add in that, or you can pay cash, add it in there, right? But I just think in today's market, financing is a really cool thing. And for some of you, like, if you look around, that might be a cool differentiator for you, is that you are offering financing. And so it needs to be presented at the beginning of the relationship, at the beginning of the presentation. I think your presentation has to stay on brand, and it has to answer the problem that the homeowner is struggling with. So remember, we're all struggling with different things. Do I have hot and cold spots? Do I think my electric bill is too high? Do I know my system makes loud noises when it cycles on and off? Do I know my system's 30 years old? What do you know about that homeowner? And how can you curate the message to be around their conversations, their needs? And so when you are all over the place with your presentation and you're just worried about it's $16,000, let me get in and out, and you're not exploring all of the options for the homeowner, you're missing the boat of providing options. Please switch your way of thinking into being my job as a comfort advisor or selling technician or a plumber that sells, a project coordinator, whatever y'all call yourselves, is to provide the homeowner with options so they can be as
Absolutely.
cool as they want to be.
Absolutely. And it is as simple as changing just saying I accept cash, credit, and I also offer financing.
Yes.
And you're right about the cost of it. That is a pushback sometimes, or a fear of why people don't want to start offering it. But I can't speak to other platforms, but I know FTL has several programs that are absolutely free to the contractor. Our registration is free. There's no sign up fee or anything. Our wheelhouse, I feel, are the newer people that are just getting started, and we will educate you and walk you through how to do this and incorporate it into what you're doing every day. At the end of the day, we want to see you succeed and see your business grow to the
Yeah.
potential that it can.
So do y'all service all industries, HVAC, plumbers, roofers, any
Yes.
pest
Yep.
control?
That's a great question. I'm going to have to find
Well,
out.
I have a lot of pest control companies that are like, I need to offer financing for like their termite processes and bed bug treatments and things like that. So just a cool thing there. So, well, Gail, thanks for chatting it up with me about financing. You did a great job. Gail was like, I'm nervous. I'm like, girl, everybody's nervous. It's always fun time talking. So I know that Gail and the team at FTL are very passionate about helping contractors. I love to see what they do for them. And she hung with me pretty tight here through all the gabbing that I like to do. So any final advice for contractors looking to better leverage financing in their business?
Just do it. I promise it will help your business thrive. It will grow. We're here to help you, I'm sure. And even if you don't choose FTL, I hope you do. But no matter what company, just choose a company and just offer financing, because truly the consumers expect it, they need it, and you're like Crystal said before, it's a service that you're providing, and it's just another option.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Well, Gail, if people want to get in contact with you, how do they do that? What's the best way?
The best way is you could either look me up on LinkedIn or FTL up on LinkedIn, um, or you can just go to ftl.com
Perfect. And
and
in the
we're
show
available.
notes, yeah, and in the show notes, we'll put some links to how you can reach out to them. So, well, if you guys want to learn more about what FTL can do or how Gail can help you specifically, she would love to talk to you. And if anything, I call it friends and family talk free. So it's a free conversation to figure out if that's a right fit for you. So FTLfinance.com is a great place to get started. And of course, From the Yellow Chair is brought to you by Lemon Seed Marketing. We are experts in building a strategy and a creative way to build your brand in the market and help you grow your business. And so if you're listening and you're not a client of Lemon Seed, we would love to talk to you. Email us at hello@lemonseedmarketing.com or visit us online. We ask a few quick questions just so when I get on a call with you, it is me that you normally talk to. I have done a little bit of research so I know who I'm talking to. So we would love to talk to anyone who's really interested. I only want people to call me that are ready to grow their business. So that's the only caveat that I have. So thanks for sipping lemonade with Gail and I. And we hope that you loved From the Yellow Chair today. And we will catch you next time. Bye.
Thanks so much. Bye bye.